Welcome to PNW-TV News with me, Boitumelo Monare. Several developing stories as we come on the air. First, tonight, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa prepares for his second term. Highlights from the inauguration coming up. Also ahead this evening, Russia's Vladimir Putin and the red carpet welcome in North Korea. We look into the day's festivities here tonight. In the sports tonight, Rassie Erasmus unveils the Springbok squad set to take on Wales. Good evening, and it's great to have you with us on this very interesting Wednesday night. We do begin with the presidential inauguration. President Cyril Ramaphosa has officially begun serving his second term as president. During the inauguration, President Ramaphosa took the oath of office, which officially begins his presidency.
In the presence of everyone assembled here and in full realization of the high calling I assume as President of the Republic of South Africa, I, Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa, swear that I will be faithful to the Republic of South Africa and will obey, observe, uphold, and maintain the Constitution and all other law of the Republic. And I solemnly and sincerely promise that I will always promote all that will advance the Republic and oppose all that may harm it. Protect and promote the rights of all South Africans, discharge my duties with all my strength and talents to the best of my knowledge and ability, and true to the dictates of my conscience. Do justice to all and devote myself to the well-being of the Republic and all its people. So help me God.
With the seventh administration being ushered in, President Ramaphosa has not yet named his cabinet. His spokesperson, Vincent Magwenya, said the president is still in discussion with partners.
Inauguration. No. More importantly, the president is feeling very, very well. He's highly enthused, highly energetic, looking forward to the day, and more importantly, looking forward to continuing with the ongoing consultations around the formation of the cabinet, the formulation, the shape, all of that, which will be hopefully concluded in a matter of days, and we will be able to then announce the president's cabinet appointments in a matter of a couple of days from now.
Has he started making those calls yet?
Well,
DA leader John Steenhuisen has outlined the first steps he will take if he is appointed as a minister in the presidency.
What will be your first order of business?
Well, it would obviously be about setting up the policy, Lekotla, because that's going to be key. It's very important that we do meld the policies together, that we do have a coherent plan for government over the next 5 years, and that we start getting working on it. There's no time to waste. There's 30 million people trapped in poverty in the country. There's 42% of people unemployed. We've got to do something about it. We've got to do it now, because if the centre doesn't get it right, then it's going to create an open road for the radical anti-constitutionalists to grow and take power, and I think that would set the country back by a generation.
Freedom Front Plus Peter Groenewald says they have agreed with the ANC on how they will participate in the government of national unity.
Okay, firstly, we already have an agreement in the Northern Cape where we said that we in the legislature want a chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Local Government, which the ANC accepted. They offered us some MEC positions, but we said we don't want to be part of the executive. So we have an agreement there. It is also involving the development of the Northern Cape. We are in the process at this moment in terms of the national level. We've put forward our proposals to the ANC. We're waiting for their response, which will be either today or tomorrow. So we are in that process. What is important to the Freedom Front Plus is that we say we will do anything to ensure that we have a good governance in South Africa. And it is the first time that we don't have a governing party that has an outright majority. So they will have to be accountable to Parliament, and Parliament cannot be misused by a government majority to be a rubber stamp. So we will play that role in the legislature, and we do believe that that will be to the benefit of all the people in South Africa.
Now, Ramaphosa's inauguration was met with some resistance as the Umkhonto-we-Sizwe party believes he is an illegitimate president. This means the opposition party did not attend the inauguration. With the Democratic Alliance joining government, the MK party has risen to the rank of opposition as it became the third most supported party in government. The inauguration of South Africa's 7th administration took place at the Union Buildings in Pretoria earlier this afternoon. The MK party still believes the 2024 general elections were rigged, despite both the Electoral Commission and the Constitutional Court having rejected this notion. This boycott represents a break from a well-established tradition where the official opposition is always represented at the state president's inauguration. In this next story, exactly 4 months ago, 6-year-old Joshlin Smith disappeared without a trace from her Middlepass home in Saldanha Bay. On the 19th of February, the little girl went missing while in the care of her mother's boyfriend. The case provoked outrage across the country and the world. Joshlin's mother, Kelly Smith, her boyfriend, Jacqueline Apollos, Stefano van Ryan, and Laurentia Lombard are all suspects in the case. Lombard, who was the last of the co-accused to be arrested in March, allegedly confessed to a crime relating to the disappearance of the 6-year-old. The 4 accused have been charged with trafficking for the purpose of exploitation and kidnapping. In previous court appearances, the accused all abandoned their bail application. Now, the case against the 4 suspects has been postponed to the 15th of July to allow the state to conclude its investigation. And with that, let's go to the international headline. Now to North Korea, where Russian President Vladimir Putin has landed in the early hours of this morning, exactly 24 years to the day he was lost in Pyongyang. There we can see the moment the 2 presidents shared a warm embrace. The 2 leaders were all smiles as Putin was received for a visit, heralding the country's deepening alignment in the face of shared animosity towards the West and international concerns over their growing military cooperation. Marching bands performed as thousands gathered with North Korean flags and bouquets of flowers for the historic event. The 2 autocrats stood together as the Russian national anthem played before riding off, standing shoulder to shoulder in an open-top limousine as they smiled and waved to the crowds. Now, Putin has agreed to a comprehensive strategic partnership with his North Korean counterpart Kim Jong-un today, after his visit drew fanfare, flag waving and celebration in the reclusive state's capital. According to a Russian state news source, the pair then signed a new strategic partnership to replace previous deals signed in 1961, 2000 and 2001. In his speech, Putin referred to what he calls a confrontational policy by the United States and its allies.
This confrontational policy pursued by the United States to expand its military infrastructure in the region goes hand in hand in the growing scale of military exercises involving South Korea, Japan, and they're clearly hostile with regard to the DPRK.
Now, multiple governments have accused North Korea of supplying arms to Moscow in its war against Ukraine, a charge both countries have denied despite significant evidence of the transfers.
Such steps undermine peace and stability on the peninsula and threaten the security of all the countries in Southeast Asia.
We'll be keeping a close eye on that partnership, but for now, let's check in with the business news. Dis-Chem's plan to increase its store footprint by 45% over the next 3 years is certainly aggressive. The strategy is premised on it catching up to the amount of space its largest competitor, Clicks, has in each region. In Gauteng, the two are head-to-head, but in provinces like the Eastern Cape and the Western Cape, Clicks has double or triple the amount of space. Historically, Dis-Chem stores have been far larger than a typical Clicks, but the 39 stores it recently converted to Dis-Chem from Medicare, which it acquired in 2020, are smaller than the big box stores it trades from in larger malls. This isn't a new strategy, as it has traded from both formats for years. However, finding caverns of empty space in regions where it is not represented is difficult. Every so often, a very desirable spot becomes available in a top mall, but these are exceptions. Dis-Chem's plan to 2026 sees it adding 21,000 square meters of space in the Western Cape and 15,000 square meters in KZN. This is more than 24 new Dis-Chems in the Cape and close to 20 in KZN. That was your business headline this evening. Stay with us as we wrap up with the latest in sports. From the world of rugby, Peter Steph du Toit will captain a Springbok side, featuring a number of fresh faces as Rassie Erasmus unveiled a new look matchday 23 to tackle Wales at Twickenham on Saturday. Wing Edwil van der Merwe and fly half Jordan Hendrickse are the two uncapped players named in the run-on team. This is while lock Ben Jason Dixon and utility back Sasha Finberg-Mgomezulu are the two new faces on the replacement bench. Van der Merwe reflects on the opportunity to make his Springbok debut against Wales this weekend.
Yeah, very grateful for the opportunity to play for the Springboks. Something that I've dreamed about since I was a little boy, and it's a bit of nervousness but more excitement to finally make my dreams become reality. And looking forward to the opportunity, grabbing it with both hands, and also looking forward to the occasion of playing at Twickenham. I know it'll be probably a great experience. Lots of fans there, so yeah, looking forward to making my debut for the Springboks.
The opening clash of the 2024 season falls outside the regular international window, meaning a number of regular starters for the Springboks are unavailable. Captain Siya Kolisi included, while several players are also missing through injury. Now, Rugby World Cup winning prop Vincent Koch will also earn his 50th Test cap this Saturday. South Africa will welcome Ireland in the 2-Test series next month. The Six Nation winners and the face of world champions, the Springboks in Pretoria, will face off on July 6th and again a week later in Durban. Of course, all the best for the Bokke leading up to those encounters. From us here in studio, we'll see you right back here tomorrow night. Good night.